Okay. So, okay, so most of you are probably not at this stage, but do listen up because I will not repeat this. Okay, so in case if you need to refer to the video recording later on in the stage. So for your primary product, ideally try to find or choose a product that is flat. So like this can is definitely flat on the surface. So this is good. You also can explore tapered ones. So tapered ones, what you need to find out is the width of the top radius or diameter and the bottom part. So the top is going to be bigger, this one is smaller. Okay, so you need to find things are more flat. So some of you might use plastic bottles. Plastic bottles, and some of them have like curved bodies, so maybe those are not good. So if you are not sure, do check with me. Okay, so let's do this one because flat is easier to explain. So what you need to do, maybe at the side, you need to take note of the measurement. Okay, so what I like to do is I do a quick sketch, okay, of how the product looks like. Okay, so what you need to find out is the width, which eventually is going to be the diameter. Okay, you need to find out what is the height of the product. Okay, what is the height? Okay, because the height might affect how your secondary packaging is going to be like, and also how high your label is going to be. Is it going to be the entire, almost the entire one? Because you know this is, there's a slant here, right? So most likely you will not have anything here. So it starts from this point all the way down here, and then it stops. Okay, so you have to find out what is the, probably we call this the primary package or the label. Okay, so label, what is the height? Okay, so let's do the measurement first, the primitive way. So of course, there's always the vernier caliper that you can utilize. Guys, I'm talking here, I'll appreciate some time for you to listen. Okay, as I mentioned, it might not apply to you, but later on you will sure have to do this. Okay, vernier caliper, these digital ones, okay, make sure you slide. You slide out and in. Okay, if this is not zero, you can zero by pressing the yellow button. It will zero it again. Okay, obviously with this is very easy. You just need to open and then that is your reading. Very easy. 5 point. Of course, you don't do 57.8. 57.8. Maybe you want to round it up to 58 instead. Okay. So this is easy. I'm not going to go through how to use the vernier caliper. Okay, for manual, more manual way. So I would like to draw first a straight line. Okay, and then I'll make a mark. That is where I'm going to start measuring. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to measure the width or the diameter of the can first. So I'll put a ruler where the mark is straight up and then a line center. Of course, try to make your eyes to be exactly over the can. Okay, hold this in place and then put in the other ruler on the other side on the straight line. I know it's a bit hard to see, so make sure this is on the straight line. Okay, that is, try not to move. If you need to get a friend to help. So that is the other marking here. Okay, so eventually this will be your width or diameter. Okay, so you just need to measure, put the ruler here and measure. So for example, this is 57, okay, mm. So you just take note 57 mm, like that. Okay, then next you do the same thing for the height. You can utilize the same long line, put the ruler. The first mark is already there. Put a long ruler and then lie down your product. Okay, hold it in place. That's the end and make a mark. So this entire thing is going to be the height of your product. Okay, so let me just quickly measure. This is 146 mm. So you can also write it here, 146. Then after that, you can determine how long your label is going to be. Okay, how tall. Okay, you might choose not to do everything. Okay, but if you just need the measurement first, so you take note from this point all the way to the other point. Okay, so measure, okay, that this is about 128. So I want the height for this to be 128 mm. Okay, so eventually you can do a quick sketch. If not, draw to the actual size. So you have your entire label. Okay, so you need to go and calculate what is the circumference. Circumference is this thing, right? So this thing, when you unwrap, that is the size of the label, one circle. Okay, so the formula, 2 pi r. So you're going to calculate. Okay, that is going to be this length, 2 pi r. So this is your label height here. Sorry, label height 128 mm. So this one go and calculate equals what? After you have this size, you have to allocate here. This is extra for what? Glue. Good. So this is for your glue area. If some of you are exploring sticker, maybe, but you still need to have overlap. Okay, so unless your design is such a way that your label doesn't cover the entire surface. Okay, I'm sure you have seen some cans or some bottles where maybe the label is up to here and then continue the other side, right? So here, this is nothing. There's no design here. Okay, so the design is from here, behind, dot. It wraps all the way here. Okay, so this is not a full circumference. Okay, so you can explore that if you want to, but what are you going to do with this? Are you going to spray paint? Okay, because all this will show through, or this black color will show through. Do you want to explore, maybe buy a silver marker and color this off, or spray paint? Okay, so explore possibility to eventually do your mock-up, how it will look like. Okay, so generally that's the very basic way of measuring an object. Okay, so next thing you should do, once you have all these measurements, do the actual size out. Okay, so can you imagine this paper, draw in actual size, cut to the correct size. You will present to me how the mock-up will look like on your can. So eventually it will look something like that. Okay, I must see the white paper. I have white paper. If you're going to do this, I can give you. Okay, it's a normal A4 paper. Okay, you just show this to me. I will approve. Then you can proceed to do your secondary. Secondary package or the secondary template is the difficult one. Okay, but I must be able to see this first. Questions? No, right? Quite easy, right? Okay. So again, if you want to check your product, come and check with me. If not, after this, I will continue to see those people who have finished part 1. Please do write your name on the whiteboard. Again, if you never submit this morning, then you continue, you submit the PM one. Okay? So